The troubles of my heart have multiplied. Free me from my anguish. Look upon my affliction and my distress, and take away all my sin. See how my enemies have increased and how fiercely they hate me. You see, there's an intensity of language here that wasn't in those first 7 verses, it seems to me. You know, he's kind of ramped up his language by several degrees as he's finally more honest about just how deeply his sins and his outward enemies are impacting on him. But of course, pouring out his heart like this is exactly the right thing for him to do, isn't it? And I'm convinced we can learn from David's example here as well. We may need to start in the shallows, as it were, reminding ourselves of reasons to come with confidence into God's presence in and through Jesus. But then as we reflect on the solid grounds for our confidence, as David seems to here in the middle 8 verses, then we can open up, can't we, with more honest and earnest and urgent pleas, appropriate to whatever our particular situation might be at the time. We can be honest about our feelings and about our anxieties, and still express confidence in God. And as David prays for safety and prays for deliverance in verse 20, he repeats his petition that the Lord would not allow him to be put to shame, to be disappointed or mocked. Guard my life and rescue me. Let me not be put to shame, for I take refuge in you. Again, the basis of that plea, you see, isn't because he thinks he deserves it. It's not that he just doesn't want to look silly, but because he has declared his utter dependence upon God. For I take refuge in you. Surely he's concerned for the glory and honour of the Lord, isn't he? And his name.